What is going on, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video. Hope you're all having a great day. We got a big rumor to talk about in today's video. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get right into it. Drop a like if you are watching this. It helps the algorithm. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. Plus, ring the bell. I've been coming out with a lot of videos lately because we have been getting a ton of news ahead of the 2021 NBA draft. So make sure you keep it locked and loaded on this channel because I'm not going to miss any of it. Go and follow me on social media if you want to stay connected. And lastly, become a channel member today. You can help support this channel on a monthly basis by hitting that join button for custom perks and emojis. Okay, so insiders expect that the Warriors will trade James Wiseman and the number 7 pick, and Pascal Siakam has been linked to this rumor. According to The Athletic's John Hollinger, James Wiseman, the number 2 overall pick in last year's draft, could be on the move, with the Raptors and Pascal Siakam already linked to a potential deal. This is per Hollinger. Golden State assured itself of an additional first-round pick when Minnesota failed to land in the top 3 on lottery night. The Warriors now have the 7th and 14th picks, plus last year's 2nd overall pick, James Wiseman. And there is a widespread expectation that the Warriors will use number 7 and Wiseman, in particular, to seek more immediate upgrades to the roster. One name to watch, Pascal Siakam, end quote. Now, Wiseman was in the midst of a respectable rookie season, averaging 11.5 points and 5.8 rebounds per game when he tore the meniscus in his right knee in April. The injury required surgery, ending his season and putting his availability for the start of training camp next year in doubt. Klay Thompson is expected to be back next season, and Stephen Curry is coming off of arguably one of his best seasons ever. The Warriors' championship window is still clearly open, so they might look at moving Wiseman as an opportunity to better their chances of contending, and they might not want to stick around with the developing big man. The Raptors are in a different situation than the Warriors. With Kyle Lowry preparing to hit free agency and the team coming off a 27-45 season, the team isn't necessarily rebuilding, but they aren't going to be a championship contender next season. Toronto holds the number 4 overall pick in next month's draft, while the Warriors own picks number 7 and 14. This all creates a compelling framework for a potential Siakam deal, though the Warriors would definitely need to include some other assets in order to absorb the final 3 years of Siakam's 4-year, $136.9 million contract. The Warriors might be intrigued by Siakam, as he would definitely be an upgrade to their frontcourt. You look at Siakam, he averaged 21.4 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 4.5 assists in 56 games last season. He's just only 26 years old, and he still does have room to improve. Instead of waiting on Wiseman, the Warriors could go after an NBA-ready all-star in Siakam. And Siakam's name has been linked to the Warriors a ton, dating back to last year. I actually did a video on that. Now, whether or not this all means Siakam heads west, that remains to be seen. But for the sake of this video, we're going to speculate both sides from the Raptors' perspective. We're first going to look at why the Raptors should do this deal. If the Raptors were to trade Siakam for James Wiseman and the number 7th overall pick, and obviously some other filler pieces, the Raptors, they would be getting a very interesting prospect center in James Wiseman. And we know the Raptors need a center. Now, Wiseman has only played 1 season, so we don't truly know how good he can be. But the idea of Wiseman coming on over and being that young center for Toronto definitely has to be compelling. They would also receive the 7th pick in the NBA draft. And if the Raptors don't see Siakam as that guy, which I obviously don't, because I've said it countless times in my videos, then they could sell high on him and focus on building around OG Fred and the 4th pick in the draft. If this trade were to go down, the Raptors would be looking at a promising young lineup of Fred VanVleet, Jalen Suggs, assuming they draft him at number 4, OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes at power forward, assuming he would fall to number 7, and James Wiseman. This lineup would have potential to be very good and scary for the Raptors. Now let's look at why the Raptors shouldn't do this. Firstly, you don't know what you're going to get in James Wiseman. And secondly, that means you're already giving up on the guy that you position to be the face of your franchise in Pascal Siakam. Even though I don't think Siakam is the Batman on this team, he is the perfect Robin. We saw what he can do alongside a superstar type player. The Raptors would also set themselves back a bit in the short term, and they would need to rely on prospects developing to once again be considered a contender. So there's two sides of this, why they should do it and why they shouldn't do it. I mean, looking at both sides of it, it's a very intriguing trade prospect. This is one of those trades that could benefit both teams immediately. You look at the Raptors, they would be getting a lot in return, a lot of, young prospects, and that could better position them in the long run. And if you're the Warriors, you would be getting an NBA-ready all-star to help you win a championship as soon as next season. So this is a very, very interesting trade proposal. There's a lot that's probably gonna, be speculated between now and the draft, but I think this does have some legs. This is not the first time we have heard Siakam's name being brought up with the Warriors, and we know the Raptors organization, they're no strangers to trading away their star player if it means getting better. And the Raptors are in that weird situation where they're not necessarily rebuilding, but they're also not a championship contender. They're in between. They're in the middle. So if that's the case, they could look for long-term value versus short-term value. But this is going to be very, very interesting. I laid it out for you guys. What would you do? Would you do the deal? If you're the Raptors, would you trade away Siakam and get Wiseman and the 7th overall pick as the core pieces back? Or would you not do this? Do you think Siakam is just way too valuable, and would you not want to part ways with him? I kind of gave you both sides of the coin, and this is one that's going to be interesting to digest if it actually does happen. But there's a lot of good that could come out of this for the Raptors, but also it could backfire, as I named a couple of reasons why. So, there's going to be a lot more rumors expected down the line, let's be honest here, and this is just a juicy one to report on and talk to you, the people, about. So what's your reaction to this, guys? This kind of came out of left field. I mean, I didn't expect to talk about this today. I actually had a different video planned for today, but once I saw this rumor drop, I'm like, I gotta, talk about this in the video. We'll see what happens. We'll see if Siakam does stay a Raptor or not. A lot is on the table. All possibilities are open, and who knows what happens at this point. So it's going to be a fun little next month or so with the NBA draft looming large. Anyways, guys, drop your comments down below. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, ring the bell, and again, keep it locked and loaded because I'm going to have a bunch of content coming, and you definitely don't want to miss out on any of that. And in between all that, I'm going to be doing some live streams. I know I've been kind of MIA for the conference finals. If we get some game 6s, I'll probably do those, but I will definitely be live streaming the NBA finals whenever that happens, so definitely be on the lookout for that. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, be great and stay blessed. Peace out.